Hi everyone, welcome back to another Stryd workout of the week. As always, my name is Evan. Today we're going to be recapping last week's winners of our weekly #StrydWow contest, where you can post every week the brand new Stryd workout of the week for your chance to win a free month of Stryd membership. Let's take a look at last week's winners here. They did the Key Marathon progression. That's a great progression run to add into a long run or a longer workout as you're getting ready to run your goal half marathon or goal marathon upcoming later in the season. This week we're gonna do another marathon focused workout, and this is actually after it's in our workout of the week. It is going to be moved to our legendary workouts or our classic workouts library. This workout is called Canova 1Ks, and this is a pretty iconic and historic workout for marathoners, primarily coached under Renato Canova, who is an Italian coach based in Kenya. This is going to get into some very, very specific power-based marathon training, and we're excited to bring the workout of the week to you. You can find the workout of the week in the Stryd library in your Stryd mobile app. We have brand new workouts added every week and a ton of other workouts in there that are power-based, no matter whether you're training for 5K, 10K, half, full, any other distance. There are a bunch of time-based, distance-based, and other types of workouts for you to run. Let's jump into the Stryd workout builder now and build this week's Canova's 1K workout for you. We'll start with a warm-up, and this workout should be included in a long run, or it can be a little bit longer workout, maybe the longer focused workout of the week in the middle of the week, or adding it into a general long run in the weekend. We'll start with a 10-minute, really easy warm-up. We're not going to get too much hard running in before we jump into the workout, because it is by default a pretty long and pretty intensive workout. Your running stress score, your RSS, will be relatively high compared to some other workouts that are in our long run workout section after doing this one. So we'll start with a 10-minute warm-up, kind of classic standard at 70 to 80% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. And then we're going to do 3 times 1 minute on with 1 minute off at 96 to 100% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power. We normally do, like a 3-minute continuous block, but for this one, we're not focusing as much on that extended duration to get you ready to go right off the bat. We're just looking at sort of stimulating that little bit harder running in the warm-up, but broken up into a very manageable chunk, so we don't use any of our extra energy and we don't push too hard in the warm-up. So we'll do 3 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off at 96 to 100%, with that 1 minute off section at 70 to 80%. We'll jog for another 2 minutes. We'll add a 2-minute recovery in there, and then we'll get into the bulk of the workout. So normally this workout is a pace-based workout, and we will alternate 1 kilometer repeats slightly faster and slightly slower than your goal marathon pace. To convert it to a power-based workout actually makes it a ton easier and actually makes it more specific to the intensity that you will cover on race day. We definitely recommend using the Stryd Race Power Calculator to dial in more specific intensities. We'll have a basic template for you, but we really recommend looking at the Stryd Race Power Calculator to find your goal marathon projected power, to find the more specific intensity for you to dial it in. By default, we will start with a 1 kilometer section. These will be 2-step repeats, with the active and then the recovery being slightly faster, being slightly slower, or slightly higher power, slightly lower power than your goal marathon intensity. The first repeat will be that on or active repeat, and we'll scale that to 93 to 94% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power, or your Stryd auto CP. we will take the next kilometer repeat as that recovery slightly under that. So we will scale it to 89 to 90% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power, or your auto CP. We will repeat this phase, this function here, we'll repeat this 8 times. So in total, we will have 16 back-to-back kilometer repeats, or about 10 miles of total work, alternating slightly faster and then slightly slower. We have some tips for this workout. Again, using the Stryd race power calculator to really nail in that projection. If your projected power is slightly below that recommended default, scale it down a little bit and scale down the recoveries a little bit as well. But if you're slightly above that, we definitely recommend scaling up slightly and then scaling the recovery up slightly as well. This default is going to be a pretty good catch-all for most people, but we really recommend using this whole Stryd ecosystem to your full advantage. Let's talk about some other ways that you can modulate this specific intensity in here. If you feel like repeating the total volume to be 16 kilometers or about 10 miles, having 8 repeats, if you feel like that is just a little bit too much at the beginning, we recommend scaling down to 5 or 6 repeats total. So we have 10 to 12 kilometers of volume, or we have about 6 to 7 miles of good volume, averaging right around marathon intensity, but it's going to feel a whole lot harder and a lot more strenuous than running just continuous effort at your marathon. If you feel like the 16 kilometers total or 8 repeats is a little too little, or you've done this workout and you want to scale it up the next time you do it, you can add 1 or 2 repeats on there. Again, this is something that isn't supposed to be a race. It's not supposed to be an all-out effort. It is supposed to be something you do in training to focus specifically on the intensity. And as Coach Renato Canova would say, the modulation of the effort is the whole thing here. We're going, again, slightly above and then slightly below that goal intensity and that goal effort that we will be running continuously on race day. Some other tips we have for this workout are going to be making sure you're fueling consistently and making sure you're really locking into that marathon race day routine. This is a great way to get used to running slightly above and then recovering slightly below that marathon effort, and it'll set you up great for race day. For an overall cooldown, we're going to have just a nice 15-minute cooldown. And again, you can edit the warm-up and the cooldown section as well as the intensity section here to fit your needs as it fits into your training plan. That wraps it up for Canova's 1Ks. We hope you try it, and we hope you tag us on social media with the hashtag StrydWow. That's hashtag StrydWOW for your chance to win a free month of Stryd membership. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.